My beloved child, do not think it is an accident that your eyes have fallen on this message. Archangel Michael himself commanded that you would be drawn here, right now, in this very moment. Heaven has whispered your name. God has placed this before you because time is running short. You must hear this, or you will miss the miracle waiting at your door. My child, there are forces moving around you, unseen, preparing something great. Archangel Michael says, finally. You opened this special message sent by God, and it is only for you. This word has been sealed in fire, carried by angels, and delivered straight to your screen. Do not delay. Do not scroll away. To ignore this is to turn away from the divine hand stretched out to you right now. Beloved one, a voice has been crying for you from the heavens. It is louder than thunder but softer than a whisper. Archangel Michael says, the chains that held you for years are breaking even as you hear this. But you must stay. Do not miss a single line. The miracle is hidden inside these words, and God wants you to be the one to witness it. Chosen one. Every paragraph you read carries a key. A key to unlock what the enemy has stolen. A key to bring forth what you have been waiting for. Do not skip. Stay with me until the very end, for the end holds the final revelation. Subscribe message insert. If this word already stirs something in your soul, pause for just a moment. Hit subscribe, because heaven's messages will not stop here. God has more to release into your life, and you cannot afford to miss even one. My child, listen carefully. Someone in your family, someone you never expected, is about to reveal a hidden truth. It will shock you. It will break you. But it will also set you free. This is why Archangel Michael has been sent, to prepare you. To make you strong enough to bear what is about to be uncovered. Beloved, your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. There was a battle over your destiny, but tonight, the seal of victory has been stamped. Michael says, the delay ends now. What you lost is returning. What was stolen is being restored. But the enemy is furious. That is why this urgent message has been flashed on your screen, because you are standing at the edge of breakthrough, and one wrong step could cost you everything. My beloved child, hear this voice that will not leave you until your heart trembles with the weight of heaven's truth. You have been wondering why this message found you, why your eyes could not resist opening this video, why your spirit felt a pull so heavy you could not turn away. It is because your destiny is not ordinary. You were chosen before the foundations of the earth, sealed with the mark of God's promise, and protected by the fiery sword of Archangel Michael. Heaven has been watching you walk through nights of confusion, days of silence, and seasons where the answers never came, yet even in your weakness, you did not know that armies of angels were standing guard over you, waiting for this very hour. The delay you faced was not denial, it was divine timing preparing you for something greater than your imagination could bear. God says, finally, my child, you are ready to see what was hidden, to receive what was withheld, to step into what was promised. Do not be afraid of the shaking around you, for the shaking is not here to destroy you, it is here to clear away the dust, to expose the foundation that cannot be moved. There is a name that has been spoken over your life in secret. Someone you trusted has carried a hidden truth, and Archangel Michael says the veil will not remain forever. The truth will come to the light, and though it may pierce your heart, it will also release you from the chains you could not see. You will not remain bound by lies, for lies are weak shadows before the fire of heaven's light. God says He is sending confirmation, and this message is only the beginning. You will begin to notice signs around you, numbers repeating, words whispered, doors opening that were once sealed shut. These are not accidents, they are signals from above that your breakthrough is alive, moving, breathing, and drawing closer with every heartbeat. The enemy tried to bury your hope, but Archangel Michael has been standing at the gates with his sword drawn, declaring, "Enough." Tonight, something breaks in the unseen world, and by morning, you will know you are no longer the same. My child, the weight you have carried was never yours alone. Do you not know that every tear you shed was gathered in heaven's jar, every sigh you released was heard by the Spirit of God, every cry of your soul became the sound that moved angels into motion? You thought you were abandoned, but you were being hidden, like gold in the fire, like a seed in the soil, waiting for the moment to burst forth. Archangel Michael says, "What you lost is returning multiplied, what you feared will never rule you again, and what you prayed in silence will be answered openly." You are about to witness the great reversal, the turning of tables, the rising of the one who was overlooked, the lifting of the one who was rejected, and that one is you. Do not despise the years of silence, for they were building your roots deep enough to hold the weight of what is coming. Without those roots, the blessing would have broken you. But now you are ready, now you are steady, now you are prepared to stand on the mountain and not be moved. Beloved soul, do not mistake the warfare around you as punishment, for it is proof of your calling. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him, and you have been marked as a threat since the moment of your birth. Demons tremble when your name is spoken, because your destiny is not small. You have wondered why relationships crumbled, why friends betrayed you, why doors shut in your face, why money slipped through your hands, why sickness knocked on your door, why peace seemed like a dream that kept running from you. It was not random. It was the enemy's desperate attempt to make you quit before you saw the crown waiting on your head. But tonight, heaven issues a final decree, the battle ends, the storm calms, the chain breaks, the curse reverses. Archangel Michael has been loosed with a command to fight for you, and his voice cries like thunder, "Touch not the one whom God has chosen." From this day, the arrows that flew against you will return to the sender, and the traps dug for your feet will swallow the digger whole. What was meant for your destruction will become the stage of your elevation. Beloved soul, do not mistake the warfare around you as punishment, for it is proof of your calling. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him, and you have been marked as a threat since the moment of your birth. Demons tremble when your name is spoken, because your destiny is not small. You have wondered why relationships crumbled, why friends betrayed you, why doors shut in your face, why money slipped through your hands, why sickness knocked on your door, why peace seemed like a dream that kept running from you. It was not random. It was the enemy's desperate attempt to make you quit before you saw the crown waiting on your head. But tonight, heaven issues a final decree, the battle ends, the storm calms, the chain breaks, the curse reverses. Archangel Michael has been loosed with a command to fight for you, and his voice cries like thunder, "Touch not the one whom God has chosen." From this day, the arrows that flew against you will return to the sender, and the traps dug for your feet will swallow the digger whole. What was meant for your destruction will become the stage of your elevation. My beloved, hear me closely, there is a wealthy man whose name you do not yet know, whose heart is being stirred even now. God is shifting the minds of people in high places, those with power, resources, and influence, and they will remember your name without even knowing why. They will release what belongs to you, for heaven has whispered to them in dreams. Michael says, do not chase, do not beg, do not fear. What is yours will find you, because angels are carrying it into your hands. The land, the money, the breakthrough, the opportunity, the open door, it will not pass you by this time. For too long, you were standing at the edge only to watch it slip away. But tonight, the decree is sealed, it is done. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, for no hand can reverse what God has written in your favor. And now I speak to your heart, child of light. Do not grow weary, do not faint, do not doubt. The pain you feel is the final contraction before birth, the trembling is the sign that the walls are falling, the heaviness is the last resistance of the enemy before his grip is broken forever. Stay with me until the end, for at the end of this message, a final word will be released that will shake your spirit awake, that will seal the promise over your life, that will break the final chain the enemy has wrapped around you. Do not walk away. Every word you hear is shaping your tomorrow, every breath of this message is planting a seed that will rise in your life. Do not despise the small stirrings, they are the whispers of the miracle on its way. Archangel Michael says, stay alert, stay awake, stay ready. For when it comes, it will come suddenly, and it will not delay. My child, when you feel the pull of this message, understand it is not the voice of man but the breath of God whispering through every syllable. Do not mistake this for chance, heaven has been orchestrating this encounter since before you were born. The moment you pressed play, angels rejoiced because they knew the scales were about to fall from your eyes, and what was hidden would be revealed. Archangel Michael speaks, the moment you opened this, your atmosphere shifted. You may not see it yet, but the chains that bound you for years have already begun to crack. What was written in secret scrolls of darkness is now being torn apart by fire. You are not the same as you were before these words entered your spirit, your destiny is already shifting, the timelines are already realigning, and your enemies are already trembling, for they sense they have lost their grip over you. Heaven is rejoicing because the battle that seemed endless has now been declared finished. Even while you read, angelic armies move on your behalf, overturning decrees, silencing accusers, and unlocking doors that rusted shut. You have been prepared for such a time as this, and the evidence of God's hand will soon be undeniable in your life. Beloved, you have walked through valleys where silence was louder than thunder. You asked where God was when the betrayal pierced you, when the sickness touched your body, when the money vanished before it even reached your hands, when people you loved turned their backs as if you were nothing. You questioned if heaven even heard, and you wondered if your prayers had turned to ash before they reached the throne. But hear this now, not one cry was wasted. Every tear was caught, every sigh was treasured, every whispered prayer became the ink that wrote your testimony. Archangel Michael says, the silence was not absence, it was strategy. You were being hidden from the eyes of those who would destroy you too soon. You were planted like a seed in the dark so your roots could grow deep enough to carry the weight of what is coming. Do you see? What you called abandonment was protection. What you thought was punishment was preparation. Heaven has been weaving your story, and though it looked like ruin, it was redemption being written line by line. Soon you will look back and say, now I understand. Now I see why it had to happen this way. For every no was clearing the path for God's greater yes. There is a stirring in the heavens around your name, a holy rumbling that cannot be silenced. The enemy has whispered lies about you for too long, lies that you were forgotten, that you would never rise, that you were cursed beyond repair. But God has laughed at those lies, and Michael has lifted his sword to cut through the web of deceit. My child, you are not cursed, you are crowned. You are not forgotten, you are chosen. You are not broken beyond repair, you are being rebuilt with eternal fire. The ashes you sit in will become the altar where God proves His glory. The one who mocked you will watch you rise. The one who betrayed you will see you elevated. The one who tried to bury you will realize too late that they only planted you. The harvest is ready, and your life will become the field where miracles bloom. Do not let despair cling to you, shake it off, for the time of rejoicing is nearer than you imagine. You are walking into a divine reversal so sudden that people will call it impossible, but heaven will call it overdue. There is a stirring in the heavens around your name, a holy rumbling that cannot be silenced. The enemy has whispered lies about you for too long, lies that you were forgotten, that you would never rise, that you were cursed beyond repair. But God has laughed at those lies, and Michael has lifted his sword to cut through the web of deceit. My child, you are not cursed, you are crowned. You are not forgotten, you are chosen. You are not broken beyond repair, you are being rebuilt with eternal fire. The ashes you sit in will become the altar where God proves His glory. The one who mocked you will watch you rise. The one who betrayed you will see you elevated. The one who tried to bury you will realize too late that they only planted you. The harvest is ready, and your life will become the field where miracles bloom. Do not let despair cling to you, shake it off, for the time of rejoicing is nearer than you imagine. You are walking into a divine reversal so sudden that people will call it impossible, but heaven will call it overdue. Child of promise, you have felt the weight of generational battles, chains older than your own lifetime, struggles that did not begin with you yet somehow landed on your shoulders. Poverty, betrayal, sickness, rejection, they have chased your bloodline like wolves. But hear the roar of Archangel Michael, the curse ends here. By the authority of God, the bloodline is being purified, the chain is being shattered, the generational weight is being cut away by the flaming sword of heaven's warrior. You will not repeat the cycles of your ancestors. You will not walk in the same deserts they wandered. You will not drown in the rivers they feared to cross. You will rise as the breaker, the one chosen to shatter what held them, the one who turns the story of loss into a legacy of victory. And your children, and your children's children, will eat the fruit of your breakthrough. They will look back and say, it ended with them. It ended the day heaven spoke and broke the curse. This is not poetic language, this is divine decree. Even as you read, chains you did not see are snapping in the unseen realm, and freedom is rushing into your life like a flood. My beloved one, the shaking you feel is the final battle cry. It is the sign that the enemy has exhausted his last weapon and failed. You may feel tired, but that is only because the birthing is near. Labor always feels unbearable just before delivery, and you are standing at the threshold of the greatest delivery of your life. What you have been waiting for, crying for, fasting for, holding on to by threads of hope, it is closer now than the air you breathe. Do not walk away. Do not give up. Do not scroll away, for heaven says this is the final moment, the appointed hour, the fulfillment of long-delayed promises. Archangel Michael has already gone before you, and you will walk into open doors without striving. Money that was blocked will flow. Relationships ordained by God will manifest. Hidden enemies will be exposed. Your spirit will suddenly feel lighter because the weights are being lifted off. God says, I am not a man that I should lie. What I promised you will come to pass, and no demon, no betrayal, no delay can stand against my word. My child, your miracle is written, and nothing can erase it now. My beloved child, do not think for a moment that this fire in your spirit is imagination. It is the confirmation you have prayed for, the gentle but undeniable hand of God shaking you awake because time has ripened. You have endured seasons where everything felt like delay upon delay, where promises dangled in front of you like fruit you could never touch, where every step forward seemed followed by 2 steps backward. Yet here is the truth heaven whispers now, none of those delays were wasted. Every disappointment was preparing you, every unanswered question was carving room in your heart for something bigger than you asked for. God was never ignoring you, He was stretching your vessel so that when the miracle comes, it will not break you. You asked for enough to survive, but He has been preparing enough to overflow. The enemy mocked you and told you the silence was proof that you were abandoned, but Archangel Michael says the silence was the sound of heaven gathering strength, the pause before the trumpet, the stillness before the storm of blessing breaks upon you. My child, the heavens have heard enough of your enemies' accusations. They sat like vultures, whispering that you would never rise, that you would always remain small, that nothing good could grow out of your life. They thought their curses would define you, but God has overturned every word spoken against you. Even now, a divine eraser moves across the pages of your past, blotting out failures, removing shame, deleting every false label that was stamped upon you. Archangel Michael says, your identity is not defined by what you went through. Your name is written in the Lamb's book, and no darkness can touch it. You will no longer carry the weight of false accusations, for heaven has issued its verdict. You are chosen, redeemed, crowned, and appointed. The trial is over, the case is closed, the gavel has struck in your favor, and every demon that rose against you has been silenced. Watch as those who doubted you are forced to witness your elevation. Watch as those who left you behind come to see the light of God shining on your face. For your story will not end in shame, it will end in glory that no man can deny. Beloved, you often asked why the battles in your life were so fierce when others seemed to walk freely without resistance. Do you not yet understand? The measure of your warfare reveals the measure of your calling. The devil does not waste his weapons on those who carry no threat. From the womb you were marked as dangerous to darkness, and so the attacks were relentless. But hear the decree of heaven, the weapons have failed. They bruised you but they could not break you, they slowed you but they could not stop you. Even the scars you carry now will become your crown, and the very wounds the enemy meant to shame you will become the proof of your authority. Archangel Michael says, from this day forward, the enemy loses his rights over your destiny. He cannot block what is sealed, he cannot cancel what is decreed, he cannot touch what is covered by the blood. The evidence of this victory will soon manifest. Contracts will come into your hand, messages of opportunity will arrive, doors will open where you once only saw walls. You will realize that what the enemy fought so hard to stop was exactly what God is now about to release in abundance. Beloved, you often asked why the battles in your life were so fierce when others seemed to walk freely without resistance. Do you not yet understand? The measure of your warfare reveals the measure of your calling. The devil does not waste his weapons on those who carry no threat. From the womb you were marked as dangerous to darkness, and so the attacks were relentless. But hear the decree of heaven, the weapons have failed. They bruised you but they could not break you, they slowed you but they could not stop you. Even the scars you carry now will become your crown, and the very wounds the enemy meant to shame you will become the proof of your authority. Archangel Michael says, from this day forward, the enemy loses his rights over your destiny. He cannot block what is sealed, he cannot cancel what is decreed, he cannot touch what is covered by the blood. The evidence of this victory will soon manifest. Contracts will come into your hand, messages of opportunity will arrive, doors will open where you once only saw walls. You will realize that what the enemy fought so hard to stop was exactly what God is now about to release in abundance. My child, there is a hidden inheritance with your name on it. For too long, the resources, the wealth, the connections meant for you have been sitting in the hands of others. Some hoarded it knowingly, some unknowingly, but all of it was marked for you before time began. God says, I am shifting it now. You will see sudden transfers, money appearing from unexpected places, debts erased without explanation, people compelled to bless you though they cannot explain why. This is not random generosity, this is the justice of heaven. Archangel Michael has gone forth to clear the path, to uproot every blockage, to tear down every hand that tried to close what God has opened. There is a man of wealth who does not yet know your name, but his spirit has been stirred by dreams. He will release what heaven instructs him to release, and you will marvel at the swiftness. This is not imagination, this is fulfillment. Do not worry about how, do not waste your strength in doubt. Simply remain open, remain ready, for what you once chased will soon chase you, and what you begged for will soon knock at your door. Beloved one, you have wrestled with loneliness, with the ache of absence, with the sting of betrayal. People you thought would never leave vanished, and you wondered if love itself had abandoned you. But heaven says, no more counterfeits. The season of false friendships, of fragile loyalties, of shallow promises is over. Archangel Michael has stood at the door of your life and barred entry to those who were sent to drain you. From this moment, alignments are shifting. The ones who enter your life now will be chosen by heaven, ordained connections that lift rather than drain, that speak life rather than death, that carry you closer to destiny rather than pull you away. You will see the truth of hearts revealed, and those who cannot walk with you into the next season will fall away without your effort. Do not cling to what is leaving, it is leaving to make room for what is coming. A divine partnership is being prepared, one that will not betray, one that will not wither, one that will walk with you through fire and into promise. You will know it by peace, for heaven's alignments always carry the fragrance of peace. My child, the night has felt long, but dawn is breaking. Look closely at the signs around you, the repetition of numbers, the sudden thought that seems to echo louder than coincidence, the dream that clings to your memory long after you wake. These are not accidents. They are whispers of alignment. They are proof that the veil between you and heaven is thinner now than it has ever been. Do not dismiss them, honor them, for they are the keys guiding your steps into miracle territory. Archangel Michael says, stay watchful, stay ready. The shift will come suddenly, and those prepared will walk through, while those distracted will miss it. Do not be found distracted. Do not let fear or doubt cloud your sight. Anchor yourself in faith, for what is written over your life cannot be undone. The day of fulfillment is not far, it is near, nearer than the enemy wants you to believe. Your miracle is already at the door, and as you continue in this message, the last locks are being undone. Heaven is aligning every piece, and soon the tapestry will reveal its full picture. You will see, you will testify, you will know that this was the hand of God. My beloved child, as you breathe in this moment, heaven leans close to you. The Spirit of God hovers over your life just as He hovered over the waters at the beginning of creation, waiting for the command to bring light out of darkness. That same creative power now surrounds you, poised to speak order into your chaos, to call forth beauty from what looked broken, to make a garden bloom where there was once only desert. Do not let despair deceive you into thinking nothing is changing, for the greatest transformations often happen in silence, underground, out of sight. Seeds never shout when they break open beneath the soil, yet one day the shoot pierces the earth and the world knows life has begun. Heaven says, you are in that moment. What was hidden is about to be visible. What you thought was dead has only been waiting to rise. Archangel Michael stands at your side with fire in his eyes, declaring that no power of darkness will stop this birth. You have cried, you have waited, you have wondered, and now the answer rushes toward you like a flood no hand can dam. Child of light, you have carried burdens that would have crushed another, yet you are still here. That alone is proof of heaven's hand on you. There were nights the enemy thought you would not see morning, but angels surrounded you. There were traps dug beneath your feet, but Michael struck the ground and filled them before you could fall. There were words spoken to kill your spirit, but God shielded your mind and did not let them take root. You thought you were weak, but the truth is you have been stronger than you knew, because strength not your own was upholding you. The strength of heaven, the covering of divine power, the grace that will not let go, this is what carried you. And now, because you endured, you are ready to inherit what others forfeited. You will step into places others abandoned. You will gather fruit from trees you did not plant. You will walk into houses you did not build. This is not because of your striving, but because you remained when quitting seemed easier, because you held on when others let go. God does not forget, and Michael has come to remind you, the reward is nearer than you think. Child of light, you have carried burdens that would have crushed another, yet you are still here. That alone is proof of heaven's hand on you. There were nights the enemy thought you would not see morning, but angels surrounded you. There were traps dug beneath your feet, but Michael struck the ground and filled them before you could fall. There were words spoken to kill your spirit, but God shielded your mind and did not let them take root. You thought you were weak, but the truth is you have been stronger than you knew, because strength not your own was upholding you. The strength of heaven, the covering of divine power, the grace that will not let go, this is what carried you. And now, because you endured, you are ready to inherit what others forfeited. You will step into places others abandoned. You will gather fruit from trees you did not plant. You will walk into houses you did not build. This is not because of your striving, but because you remained when quitting seemed easier, because you held on when others let go. God does not forget, and Michael has come to remind you, the reward is nearer than you think. My beloved, there is a mystery about to be revealed. Someone close to you has carried secrets, and these secrets have been like chains tying your life to cycles of pain. But the time of unveiling is here. What was whispered in darkness will be shouted in light. You will see who has been for you and who has been against you. You will understand why certain doors stayed closed, why certain relationships never bore fruit, why some paths were blocked again and again. This is not to hurt you, but to free you. Truth may sting, but it will also break the bonds that have kept you captive. Archangel Michael says, do not fear the unveiling. It will not destroy you, it will release you. It will not weaken you, it will arm you with wisdom. You will see with clear eyes and walk with new strength. And once the truth is revealed, God Himself will vindicate you, lifting your name higher than the lies that once tried to bury it. Beloved one, heaven has written a financial breakthrough into your story. You have known lack, you have known the weight of unpaid bills, you have known the shame of not being able to provide as you wished. But God says, that season ends. Archangel Michael has warred over your resources, and the blockage is removed. Expect unexpected deposits, forgotten blessings, refunds you did not anticipate, opportunities that feel as if they appeared out of nowhere. This is not random, it is divine redistribution. What was withheld is being released, what was stolen is being restored, what was delayed is being accelerated. Do not be surprised when the phone call comes, when the letter arrives, when the account shifts. This is not coincidence, it is covenant. The God who provides has declared your lack finished, and heaven's storehouses are opening over you. Stand ready, for abundance will not come with struggle but with ease, as rivers flow downhill. Let your heart rejoice, for even in this very hour, angels are releasing provision with your name on it. Child of destiny, do not look at yourself as the world has called you. Do not measure your worth by who stayed or who left, by what you own or what you lost, by the size of your following or the recognition of men. Heaven measures differently. In heaven's eyes you are priceless, treasured, marked with eternal significance. You were not created for mediocrity, you were birthed for greatness that shakes nations. You wonder how someone like you could carry something so heavy, but God delights in choosing the unexpected. He delights in taking the broken and making them whole, in lifting the overlooked and seating them with princes, in crowning the rejected with honor. Archangel Michael says, do not despise your beginnings, for they are small only in the eyes of man. In heaven's sight, you are a giant rising. Soon the world will see what heaven already knows, that you are not common, you are chosen. You are not forgotten, you are destined. You are not weak, you are anointed. Your story is about to change from unnoticed to undeniable, from rejected to remembered, from wandering to established. And all will know it was the hand of God. My beloved child, listen closely. Your health has been under attack because the enemy knows a strong body carries out divine assignments with power. But heaven says your body is not abandoned. Healing rivers flow even now. Cells are being renewed, blood is being cleansed, organs are being restored. Archangel Michael has fought to remove the spirit of infirmity, and the healing virtue of God is flowing through you. You will rise with new strength, you will walk with new vitality, you will testify that where medicine failed, heaven prevailed. Do not let fear grip you, for your years are not finished. Your life will not be cut short. You will live to see promises fulfilled, and you will stand as a witness that the God who heals is alive and active. Even as you read this, feel the shift, the heaviness lifting, the pain easing, the hope returning. Healing is your portion, and nothing can steal it now. And now, my child, prepare your heart, for the greatest revelation is still ahead. This message is not finished, for the Spirit has more to pour out. The words you have received so far are only the beginning of the river, and the deeper waters still flow. Heaven urges you, do not turn away, do not step aside, for at the end of this message a final decree will be released that seals your miracle and marks the turning point of your story. Every line you stay with is unlocking doors, every word you receive is shaking chains, every breath you take while listening is filling you with life. Archangel Michael says, stay, remain, endure, for the last will be greater than the first. My beloved child, the heavens have recorded every step you've taken, and nothing has been missed. You think sometimes that your efforts vanished into the air, unseen and unrewarded, but the truth is far greater than what your eyes have allowed you to perceive. Every moment of patience when you could have rushed, every act of kindness when bitterness tried to take root, every silent sacrifice you made while no one applauded, all of it was witnessed, and all of it has been stored like treasure in heaven's vault. God says, I do not forget, I do not overlook, I do not dismiss what you have given. Now the time has come for the rewards to flow. The release may not come from the hands you expected, but it will come from the hand that cannot fail. The same hand that stretched across the seas, the same hand that split the skies with thunder, the same hand that holds galaxies together, that hand is reaching toward you, carrying gifts no man can snatch. Archangel Michael himself stands guard over this moment, ensuring that what is released to you is delivered without interception, without delay, without distortion. My beloved child, the heavens have recorded every step you've taken, and nothing has been missed. You think sometimes that your efforts vanished into the air, unseen and unrewarded, but the truth is far greater than what your eyes have allowed you to perceive. Every moment of patience when you could have rushed, every act of kindness when bitterness tried to take root, every silent sacrifice you made while no one applauded, all of it was witnessed, and all of it has been stored like treasure in heaven's vault. God says, I do not forget, I do not overlook, I do not dismiss what you have given. Now the time has come for the rewards to flow. The release may not come from the hands you expected, but it will come from the hand that cannot fail. The same hand that stretched across the seas, the same hand that split the skies with thunder, the same hand that holds galaxies together, that hand is reaching toward you, carrying gifts no man can snatch. Archangel Michael himself stands guard over this moment, ensuring that what is released to you is delivered without interception, without delay, without distortion. My child, the people who laughed at your faith will soon be silenced. They mocked you when you believed in miracles, when you declared promises they could not see, when you held on to hope that seemed impossible. They thought you were naive, they thought you were foolish, they thought you were clinging to nothing but dreams. Yet God has set the stage for your vindication. Soon, the very ones who doubted will stand astonished as the impossible unfolds before their eyes. The healing they said would never come will manifest in your body. The money they swore you would never touch will flow into your account. The breakthrough they laughed at will explode into reality so undeniable they will have no words. Archangel Michael says, this is not for your ego, this is for the glory of God. Every miracle you receive will shine like a torch in the darkness, and those who mocked you will bow their heads in awe of the one who never failed you. Do not repay them with bitterness. When they return, show them mercy, for your story is not just for you, it is a testimony that will draw even your enemies closer to the light. Beloved one, you are standing at the edge of a divine unveiling, a season where secrets long buried will rise to the surface. There are things hidden in your family line, things concealed behind smiles, things whispered in shadows, that have shaped your life without your knowing. But heaven declares, no more. The veil is tearing, and what was hidden will be revealed, not to destroy you, but to free you. Do not be afraid of what you will discover, for God never uncovers without also covering you in His strength. Archangel Michael stands ready to shield your heart from despair, to give you courage to face what comes, and to ensure that the truth becomes the doorway into healing, not the weapon of destruction. When the revelation comes, you will not collapse, you will rise. When the secret is told, you will not shatter, you will be made whole. What the enemy meant to use as a curse will become the very ground on which you build your future. Take heart, beloved, for nothing revealed can harm the one guarded by heaven's warrior. My child, there is a shift in your atmosphere even now. The heaviness you have felt, the fog of confusion, the constant anxiety, the feeling of being watched or resisted at every turn, that heaviness is breaking. Archangel Michael has been warring over your space, and the unclean forces that lingered are being cast out. Even as you read, your room becomes lighter, your mind clearer, your heart steadier. This is not imagination, this is spiritual reality. You will notice in the days to come that your dreams carry more clarity, that your thoughts are less burdened, that opportunities open without the resistance you once faced. The enemy has lost his grip, and where oppression sat heavy, freedom now takes its throne. Heaven says, your territory is cleansed, your atmosphere renewed, your future unblocked. Do not underestimate this shift, it is the doorway to everything else you have been waiting for. With the chains removed, you are free to run. With the fog lifted, you are free to see. With the enemy silenced, you are free to hear clearly the instructions of heaven. And those instructions will guide you straight into your promised land. Beloved, the river of provision has begun to flow. You prayed for enough, but God has promised abundance. You thought survival was the goal, but heaven says thriving is your portion. You have stretched coins, counted bills, feared tomorrow's needs, but no more. Even now, channels of provision open in ways you did not plan. Unexpected people will carry blessings to your hands. Forgotten opportunities will resurface with new life. Doors that were shut in your face will suddenly swing open. This is not your doing, it is the orchestration of heaven. Archangel Michael says, do not question when it comes suddenly, do not fear when it comes strangely. Receive what is released, for it has been stamped with heaven's seal. Your bank account will not be empty, your table will not be bare, your hands will not remain tied. For you serve the God who multiplies, the God who fills nets to breaking, the God who rains manna in deserts. Prepare yourself, for you will taste and see that the Lord is good in ways you cannot deny. My child, loneliness has been your hidden battle. Smiles on your face, but ache in your heart. Surrounded by people, but still feeling unseen. Longing for companionship that does not betray, for love that does not fade, for friendship that does not drain. Hear this now, heaven has prepared connections for you that are pure, ordained, unshakable. The season of counterfeits is over. Those who came with masks will be unmasked and removed. Those who drained you will be distanced. Those who used you will vanish. And in their place, heaven will plant those who honor you, who uplift you, who walk with you into destiny without envy, without deception. Archangel Michael has drawn a line around your life and declared, no more counterfeits shall pass. From this moment, relationships will align by the hand of God, not by your striving. And you will know the difference, because the true ones will carry peace like oil, joy like water, and truth like fire. You will no longer be alone in the dark, you will walk with those who were assigned to your path since the beginning. My child, loneliness has been your hidden battle. Smiles on your face, but ache in your heart. Surrounded by people, but still feeling unseen. Longing for companionship that does not betray, for love that does not fade, for friendship that does not drain. Hear this now, heaven has prepared connections for you that are pure, ordained, unshakable. The season of counterfeits is over. Those who came with masks will be unmasked and removed. Those who drained you will be distanced. Those who used you will vanish. And in their place, heaven will plant those who honor you, who uplift you, who walk with you into destiny without envy, without deception. Archangel Michael has drawn a line around your life and declared, "No more counterfeits shall pass." From this moment, relationships will align by the hand of God, not by your striving. And you will know the difference, because the true ones will carry peace like oil, joy like water, and truth like fire. You will no longer be alone in the dark, you will walk with those who were assigned to your path since the beginning. And now, beloved, prepare for the weight of glory that will rest upon you. You have endured, you have waited, you have fought battles unseen. Now comes the unveiling. Archangel Michael says, "Stay in position. Do not drift, do not doubt, do not depart, for the hour is near when everything shifts at once." Heaven is not asking you to fight harder, but to stay ready. The miracle is not earned by your struggle, it is delivered by God's decree. All you must do is remain. Do not let fear snatch your faith in these final moments. Do not let weariness blind your eyes to the signs. Do not let impatience push you out of alignment. The trumpet is about to sound over your life, and when it does, no chain will remain, no gate will stand, no enemy will linger. What is yours will find you, and when it comes, it will come suddenly. My child, heaven says do not confuse the silence of God with his absence. He has been near you in every lonely night, closer than your breath, watching as you carried burdens you could not speak aloud, watching as you fought battles with no one to defend you. You thought you were forgotten, but the truth is you were hidden under his wings until the appointed time. That appointed time is now breaking open before you. Like dawn rising after the longest night, your season of hiddenness is coming to an end, and the world will see what heaven has always known. Archangel Michael says, "The scroll of destiny is opening, and your name is written in fire across its pages." You will not stay small, you will not stay silent, you will not stay bound. Every tear you shed has watered the ground for the miracle about to bloom, and now the soil cannot contain it any longer. Prepare yourself, beloved, for the ground beneath you is about to break forth with abundance. Beloved one, your life has been like a seed pressed deep beneath the earth, unseen and underestimated. Many thought nothing would ever come of you, and some even tried to trample the soil above you, hoping to bury you forever. But what they did not know is that you were not buried, you were planted. And in planting, growth was guaranteed. Even when you felt suffocated by darkness, even when you could not see the way forward, even when the weight of earth pressed against you, life was stirring inside you. The time of sprouting has come. Archangel Michael says, "Push upward, push outward, for the light is breaking through." Nothing can stop a seed that heaven has commanded to live. Not the weight of soil, not the trampling of feet, not the doubt of men. You are that seed, chosen for such a time as this, and your emergence will shock those who wrote you off. They will ask, "Where did this greatness come from?" And the answer will be simple, it came from the hand of God. My child, every chain of limitation that has held your family for generations is being broken in your life. Poverty that lingered like a curse, sickness that returned year after year, betrayals that repeated like a cycle, these patterns end with you. Archangel Michael has struck the chains with his flaming sword, and the link that held you to the failures of your bloodline is now severed. You will not repeat the mistakes of your ancestors, you will not carry the same shame, you will not walk in the same deserts. You are the breaker in your family, the one who shifts the direction of generations to come. Your children and your children's children will thank you, because the battle you are winning now will mean they never have to fight it. Heaven says, you are the turning point. Stand strong, beloved, for the weight of generations is lifting, and in its place comes a crown of victory. From this day, you will notice a difference. The same doors that once slammed shut will open, the same obstacles that stood firm will crumble, the same voices that declared your failure will fall silent. This is the beginning of a new story for your bloodline. Beloved, money has been a battlefield in your life, but the war is over. The devourer has been rebuked. The holes in your pocket are being sealed. The constant struggle, the endless debt, the fear of tomorrow's needs, all of it is being overturned. Heaven's economy is not like the world's economy, and you are about to see the difference. Streams of provision are opening from directions you could never predict. Unexpected phone calls, forgotten accounts, strangers moved by sudden generosity, opportunities that appear like lightning, these will mark your days ahead. Archangel Michael says, the time of lack is finished. You will be a lender and not a borrower, above and not beneath. Do not fear when it comes suddenly, do not dismiss it as chance. This is the hand of God restoring what was stolen. You will testify that money no longer controls you, for you will hold it with wisdom and generosity, knowing it was heaven who gave it and heaven who sustains it. My child, loneliness has been your hidden wound. You have smiled in public while aching in private, carried laughter on your lips while tears filled your nights. But God says, I am sending divine companionship. The season of counterfeit relationships, of shallow connections, of betrayal disguised as loyalty is ending. Those who used you will be removed, those who drained you will fade, those who never valued you will be distanced. In their place will come true alignments, people chosen by heaven to walk with you in peace, in truth, in covenant. You will know them because they will bring rest to your soul, not turmoil to your spirit. Archangel Michael stands guard over your circle now, and no counterfeit will pass through. This time, you will not be deceived. You will not waste years on those who were never for you. What comes next will be pure, unshakable, life-giving. Beloved, you will no longer say, I am alone. You will say, the Lord remembered me and sent what my heart longed for.